This is Texans TV.
Houston, it's been a minute. Y'all stay strong, passionate, and resilient. From the bayous to the birds, it don't matter if you're 281 or you're 713. We are all made by H-Town. The past is the past. Tomorrow isn't a given. We are here now.
Let's go, baby. Take the ball.
Led by our cap, self-made, dues paid. And rents due every day. And one thing for sure, we stay on our grind. Until you keyboard warriors, what's up? Cause it's about to get hot. In H-Town, we don't run from the heat. We turn it up. So put your H's up high in the sky, cause we all we got.
And we run. Big play to Nico Collins. Will Anderson.
We are all H-Town made.
Welcome into Texans 360. Football season is back. Texans 360. We've got a great show for this season premiere. We've got the season premiere on the red carpet. I caught up with Christian Harris. But first, General Manager Nick Caserio. Don't you want to hear from the General Manager ahead of Week 1? Our very own Mark Vandermeer and John Harris had an exclusive conversation with the GM.
The General Manager and Executive Vice President, Houston Texans, Nick Caserio. Nick, how's it going?
Great to be here.
Game week, and we are super pumped up. And I know you talked about it on 610 a bit, but not only opening day, but opening in that environment at Baltimore, it gets everybody's attention really going.
Yeah, for a number of different reasons. I would say just they've done a great job. Their program historically has been one of the better programs in the league, so we understand the challenges that we're facing, and they have a lot of good football players, and they create a tough environment on the road team coming in. So we certainly have our work cut out for us here this week, but our players are excited about the opportunity in front of us. I've said this a few times. If you like competition, you like football, Sunday in Baltimore will be a good place to be.
Nick, I know you talked a lot about the offensive line, and there's been a lot of different movement there because of injuries and other things going on. But you also made a waiver claim on Alex Austin, corner out of Oregon State. What can you tell us about Alex coming here?
Yeah, good size, 6'1", 200 pounds, had a lot of experience, played out there at Oregon State, was drafted. I think the Bills took him in the 7th round. Had an opportunity to play fairly extensively in the preseason, and he put together some competitive snaps. There's some similarities, not exactly the same, but some similarities to some of the things that Buffalo's doing defensively, some of the things that we're doing defensively, and then he also had some snaps in the kicking game as well. So the waiver process is an opportunity to get young players in your building and your program. The reality, whether or not they're going to actually be able to play, whether it's that week or the following week, that's not necessarily what the impetus is for that. It's player that you've evaluated, that you like some qualities and traits, and you have an opportunity to get that player in the building. So historically, there's about 30 to 35-ish waiver claims that typically take place. Even with the single cut down this year, you saw about the same thing. So it kind of reverts back to the mean. So I think there were about the same amount that were claimed. There's a handful of teams that claimed 4 or 5 players. We claimed a few. So, we'll see how it goes here with Alex. Been good to work with here for a few days.
And I was blown away. But, Nick, your thoughts on that decision by the NFL to allow that emergency third quarterback?
Yeah, I think the simplest way to look at it, and if I'm wrong, then our PR department can crush me. But right. Essentially, the player's inactive, but you can designate him on game day, a certain role, whatever that is, and he's available only if something happens to the 2 other quarterbacks.
Right.
That's the simplest way to look at it. So go through warm-up, stand on the sidelines, nothing really changed. So I think sometimes when a new rule is implemented, there's mountains of information. You try to distill it down and say, all right, what's the practical application? So it'll be interesting to kind of see how teams choose to do it. It looks like there was about 12 or 13 teams that carried 3 quarterbacks on the roster. The others have 2 plus, 1 on the practice squad, 1 or 2 on the practice squad. So it's whatever you think is best for your situation. So you don't necessarily have to allocate another spot on game day. He's an active player, and if you need to use him at some point where it becomes relevant, and then you probably got some bigger issues, but that means something else happened with the 2 other players that, had played previously.
Yeah.
What's the crab cake consumption going to be like for you this weekend?
It'll be up to Lad to see if he has that on the menu there. So, but it'll probably actually I'm working a crab cake once in a while. So
I was going to say, does crab cake fit into the Nick Caserio diet?
I would say is a change up on the fish seafood front. So I'll work one in, not regularly, but throw
cheat
one in
day
there.
sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe once a month.
They got to be the
throw
good
one in
ones
there.
with lots of crab, not the filler.
Yeah, it's got to
I'm
be
probably
mostly
I'm probably
crab.
going to get yelled at for saying this, but Coach Belichick actually used to have crab cakes with a special kind of sauce sent to him. So like each Sunday after a game, he would have those because he spent a lot of time there. So he loved them. So
he did.
He was sometimes some people enjoy crab cakes. I wouldn't say I'm a crab cake guy, but I'll mix it in once in a while.
You're not having them flown in. All right, Nick, thanks a lot for joining us. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
That's General Manager Nick Caserio. And week 1 at Baltimore, we're going to get to see the debut of quarterback C.J. Stroud as the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans. The Texans' #2 overall pick has had a long journey to get here. Let's take a look back in this exclusive My Story, My Game with C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud. I'm from the Inland Empire, California. Went to Rancho Cucamonga High School. My childhood was great. I mean, I had a good support system at home, grew up playing sports, had my mom and dad in my life. Football came in the picture probably freshman and sophomore year in high school, and I really didn't know how good I was until I kind of started playing at these camps and doing things like that. And I didn't really start taking it really serious until my sophomore year.
I came for the rest of these 2 days, bro. We got the game on Thursday, bro. It's gonna come in like that. Remember, everybody's down this, bro. They think we're gonna go 4-6. Let's prove us right, bro. Prove us right. Come on, Reggie. Let's go. Win on me. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Played my junior year, had a pretty decent season, got a couple offers, and then played my senior season and did really well, and then I committed to Ohio State.
Stroud wide down the middle, touchdown. Stroud zips it wide open, a total bust. Stroud, like a maestro, escapes the sack.
Going to Ohio State, it honestly wasn't easy. It was probably the hardest thing to do. Just not being close to home, 2,000 miles away, cold, not really a lot of family out there, just really on my own. And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to be challenged and have to compete and have to earn everything. So that's why ultimately I went to Ohio State, and I'm just really proud to be a Buckeye and blessed that I went there. Every game is the other team's Super Bowl. They beat Ohio State, then they're on the national radar for one of the best teams in college football. So every week we got to bring it, and I think that's good for me. Just bringing it to the next level, just every week is like the hardest game possible. And it was good to play in those big, high-pressure situations, and being able to kind of execute some of those and even fail at times is really good learning points for me.
Go out there and have some fun, bro. That's all on my mind right now. Have some fun, man. Stand on 3, 1, 2, 3.
For me to be able to do that so young, and I'm only 21, and it was kind of cool just to be able to live your dream out. And even though it was tough, it was a hard schedule, it was flying everywhere, being all around the country, and talking to so many people. It was hard, but at the same time, it's all worth it at the end of the day because you dream about doing it. So it's a blessing to have the opportunity. I know plenty of kids would love to be in my shoes, so I'm just grateful to have that opportunity.
With the second pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select C.J. Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go. Man. Yeah, I'm excited. Man, love you, Dad. I'm doing this for you. It was a lot of hard work. The process was probably just as special as the moment. So it was just a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, a lot of climbing the mountain, man, just trying to get to the top. And even falling short a lot, you still just keep fighting. So all that stuff kind of hit right in that moment, and I really didn't know where I was gonna go. I was blessed enough to get picked to the Texans. It was definitely one of the places I did want to go to, and it was amazing to be able to already kind of know some players on the team and meet some of them on my visits and get a relationship with people here already. So kind of just a blessing to be able to kind of have hopefully to be my second or third home. It's been just a learning process, just growing pains, but at the same time making plays, trying to just push everybody around me to be great. And for me, that's one of my goals every day, just to get better, not only on the field, but in the classroom, learning plays and learning protections and things like that, learning my teammates, building bonds. you work so hard for those couple opportunities to play every Sunday, and everything that I went through wasn't on accident. It was for a reason and a purpose.
Touchdown, Houston, Nico Collins. Number 1 of C.J. Stroud.
And I get to go against some top guys in the world at what they do. So competition just breeds greatness, and that's something that I want to be is great. So just got to compete my ass off. I know this will be my rookie year, so I'm really excited to do it for the first time and just get to do it with these special group of guys because I think we're building something special here. Just ready to get to work.
Welcome back to Texans 360. We roll on with more of this fantastic show. We had a great show actually at NRG Stadium last week. The second annual season premiere. The red carpet was out. The players were all out. Texans Pup was out. And it was a great event for a great cause, raising money for the Houston Texans Foundation. Let's take a look at some of the best moments from season premiere. The Houston Texans opened the doors to NRG Stadium and rolled out the red carpet for the second annual season premiere. The event debuted the Texans' 2023 football roster with special appearances by Texans chair and CEO Cal McNair, General Manager Nick Caserio, head coach D'Amico Ryans, Texans players, Toro, cheerleaders, Texans legends, and many others. We're here with Greg Grissom and Jamie Grissom. First of all, congrats. It looks like a fun event planned. Jamie, you're one of the event chairs. What are you so excited about for tonight's event?
It's just fun to have everybody together. It's always fun to be on the floor of the stadium and just look up and imagine what it's going to be like with everybody in the seats and just get excited for the season to start.
Speaking of excited for the season to start, Greg, you got a couple of weeks before the first home game. So what can fans expect that might be different for the 2023 season home games?
Well, I think we've got a great new pregame intro that I'm so excited to unveil against the Colts. Got some great new food offerings. You know, Trill Burgers is in the stadium, which is a big hit, and there'll be a lot more as we get closer to the season.
The exclusive evening was filled with games, live music, and big prizes in the silent and live auctions. All proceeds benefited the Houston Texans Foundation and their mission to be champions for youth.
We have such an incredible team and staff, and I have great co-chairs, and we all were able to put this together, and I can't wait to get inside and see. All I've heard tonight is I can't wait for you to see inside. It looks incredible, so just excited to get in there and raise some more funds for the children in the Houston community.
Since 2002, the Houston Texans Foundation has raised more than $45 million to support programs in education, character development, and health and wellness to empower future generations. So you're working the red carpet for season premiere. You're the player reporter. I mean, what are your questions? Are you ready to go?
I ain't got that far yet, DP. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm good on the run. You know, I'm good under pressure, so I feel like the questions just gonna naturally come.
Oh, okay. I'm sure they will. So you're gonna ask them like what they're wearing, like are they excited about the season, stuff like that?
I'm gonna ask them. You know, I gotta ask about the drip. That's the number one question. Like why you got on what you got on, what you were thinking. You know, I'm gonna give you a scale of 1 through 10, and then I'm gonna ask them about the season. You know, I've been here with them all fall camp, man. We all excited for the season, so I'm just gonna try to keep it laid back and casual, man.
This was definitely an evening to remember. A special thanks to our partners who made this event possible. Go Texans! That was season premiere. It raised $889,000 for the Houston Texans Foundation. In its mission to be champions for youth, it's such a fun event. I actually had a chance to catch up with a lot of players on the red carpet. We talked about the event, but we talked a lot of football too because it's week 1 and man, players are so excited to get back out there on the field. How excited are you for Baltimore week 1? I mean, do you have butterflies building as the season is just underway?
Yeah, I mean, I think now that we're finally, you know, preseason's over, you know, we got an understanding of who our team is, what we're going to be having up against us. And at the same time, it's fun. I think just now we finally get to clean that slate and kind of refresh everybody's memory what we should be, you know. So I'm just super excited what D'Amico has going, you know, from all the way from the offensive staff all the way down to defensive special teams staff. I think we're ready to go. So I'm excited.
You got a couple of seasons under your belt. What do you remember about your very first NFL game and the first time you're out on the field?
Man, it was so, I was nervous for no reason, honestly. The thing is, you have to understand why you got there in the first place. So now that I pretty much made a name in the sense of just understand, get your feet wet, the game slows down. You just be able to play football at that point.
The season's right around the corner. So how excited are you for Baltimore in year two?
I'm ready. You know, I'm going to be real bored this week. Not really, but a little bit more bored than I usually am. But I'm going to lock in on some college football, probably watch some good games. But definitely wish I was playing this weekend. But, you know, I'm going to recover and get ready for, you know, week 1 against Baltimore.
All right, so you like to dress up. So what's your game day fit look normally going to look like? Are you going to change it up for year 2?
Game day fit, I just want to be real, you know, cordial and cool, just real chill and just ready to go out there and execute. It's really not like trying to just put too much energy into that. I'm really worried about, you know, going out there and executing.
And what about the season? How excited are you for week 1?
Oh, I'm excited, man. We're going in a great atmosphere in Baltimore. You know, I ain't never seen Lamar Jackson in person, so I'm a fanboy a little bit before the game, you know, just seeing a superstar in this league and seeing somebody who's in shoes I want to feel. But, you know, I'm excited, man. We got a good thing going in Texas, and I'm ready to showcase that week 1.
I got to say, the fans love you so far, DP. You're going to be a hit on the red carpet. You're going to be a hit during the season. Best of luck.
Thank you so much, DP.
DP and DP. We're back with more Texans 360, and I get to catch up with a player every single week. It's one of my favorite parts of this job, to sit one-on-one for the deep slant. And this week, no different. He's not a rookie anymore. He's linebacker Christian Harris in his 2nd season out of Alabama. He's got a lot of Alabama teammates on this Texans defense, and I had a chance to catch up with him, find out what he's excited about for 2023. It's the Deep Slant 101 presented by Xfinity. Joining me, Christian Harris, linebacker, heading into year 2. I mean, how does that sound? Year 2, week
it's pretty
1.
Exciting for sure, yeah. Just a lot of excitement right now, fired up.
Yeah, week 1 of the season. I mean, what's game week like for you in as preparing as a second-year linebacker as opposed to a rookie? Is it different?
I mean, you know, you feel like a little bit more confidence. You know what to prepare for, kind of know how to prepare for games. Still learning, of course. But like I said, it's just a lot of excitement involved for sure. Just get a chance to go against another team, you know, for a whole complete game. And I mean, like I said, the preseason counts, but it for sure starts to count now for the season. So it's just a lot of excitement.
It's nice to get camp out of the way, preseason out of the way, 100%. Off-season out of the way. Yeah. You got a couple of former college teammates that are now NFL teammates, in Henry To'oTo'o and Will Anderson Jr. Yeah. Do you give them advice about what it's like now playing in the NFL? Do you have like a welcome to the NFL moment that you can share?
All I really tell them is just play their ball, like be themselves, because I know like for last year for me, that's kind of what the main focus was for me. I mean, them guys, like they went to Alabama, so I personally feel like, you know, the practices and a lot of the things aren't going to be much harder. It's just a more attention to detail. And I mean, that's, like I said, that's all it is. So that'd be my main message to them.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your off season, because we saw you in Hawaii.
Yeah,
was
that was like
with
the only
Derek
thing I
Stingley's
did.
dad? What's that?
So that was the only thing I did.
And that was still work, because that was Derek Stingley Sr.
Yeah.
Derek's dad was coaching a football camp. And what'd you do out there?
No, just we worked out. We were out there for about 4 days. So we worked out at Marcus Mariota's high school for a couple of days, and then we just hit the beach for a good workout the last day. So just a cool experience.
All right, Christian, what are you most excited about for year 2 as season gets underway?
Just playing with everybody, man, and getting a chance to, you know, win some games and actually compete. You know, obviously we want to go all the way, and so, you know, you're looking forward to a 21-game season. You know, it's going to be long, it's going to be tough, but no, I think that's the exciting part, you know, enjoying the journey. So I'm just excited for that.
All right, we're excited to see you out there, Christian. Thanks so much for the time.
Appreciate you. Here we go.
Final segment of Texans 360, and the Texans are going to kick off their season on the road at Baltimore, but it's not long before they're back home at NRG Stadium. Week 2, Texans are hosting the Colts. Everyone's excited about the fans. Everyone's excited to see DeMeco Ryans in his home debut, and everyone's excited, especially this guy, Houston Texans president Greg Grissom, about what's new for 2023.
You talked about the energy, and I think we've been feeling the energy, I think, since DeMeco was named the head coach. But in your opinion, where does that energy coming from? What has contributed to kind of the feeling and the vibe of this since probably DeMeco's been hired?
Well, I would go a little bit before that, and I would give a lot of credit to Kyle and Hannah and all the work that they've done to kind of get us in a position with Nick, with all of us. We've had a lot of changes, as you know, on the business side. So there's been a lot of work, kind of foundational work over the last year or two to kind of lead us to a point
where the D'Amico effect, in Hannah's words, can fully take effect. And I mean, there's no question that D'Amico is a catalyst for some of this energy and what the energy, really the way that the players and the environment that he's creating for them to be their best. And then all the support staff and the work that Nick has done and all our, our nutrition program and our weight program. And then, hopefully things we've been doing on the business side too, and the way that we've been working to listen to our fans and take care of our season ticket holders and our fan council and, reimagine kind of how we represent ourselves to the city of Houston. And really, John, what I'm most excited is a full house, energized, hopefully, reminding everybody to get in early, welcome this team, and let's create NRG's home field advantage like we know it can be, and it has been in the past. And game presentation wise, we're going to unveil something that I think will be very exciting, very different than what we've done in the past. Pre-game as just the legend of the bull, maybe a little bit of a hint there. And so let's see how we can create a storyline that we haven't created in the past. So I'm really excited to see that. It's the kickoff game. We'll be doing a lot of things leading up to that. There'll be a lot of new things, for fans to experience. But really, let's get this place jumping, and we'll do our best to create the environment. And I know the team will do their best on the field to make sure that everybody has a great day.
Greg Grissom's excited. We're all excited to see fans back in the stadium for week 2 against the Colts. If you want to join us, go to HoustonTexans.com/tickets to get your tickets to the Colts or any of the great home games that the Texans will be hosting this year. But that's going to do it for Texans 360. Special thanks to Tyler Sedarth, to Josh Sy, and all of you watching. Can't wait to get this season underway. Thanks so much for watching, and go Texans.